After just completing 9 days in Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi, Eddie and I are flying into Da Nang to start our next adventure. We hired a personal driver through Booking.com to take us north to our resort and enjoyed great scenery along the way. We stopped at a quaint fishing village so we could get some lunch, and the food did not disappoint. So this is barbecued oyster. There's an oyster farm right here, and it has peanuts, onion, chili sauce, and sesame oil, and it's warm. I don't like oysters, but that is dang good. With full bellies, we continued our way to the resort. Upon arrival, we were greeted like royalty and chauffeured to our overwater villa. The villa totally exceeded our expectations. This is so... Look how big your bed is. It's a little rainy, but you get to wake up to this. The resort even provided bikes for us to use during our stay, so we grabbed a quick bite to eat and visited with some local fishermen. This morning, we awakened to this stunning view. As much as Eddie and I felt like lounging at the villa all day, we hired a driver to take us into the city of Hue, which is famous for its Imperial City, a UNESCO World Heritage site. So we arrived at the Citadel, and we went, well, of course, when you walk in, you're bombarded by vendors that are trying to get you to go on these little cyclos. There's our vendors. Those are the little bikes. So they want you to go on these bikes, and so you're at the entrance to the Citadel, and they show you a picture of all the sites that you get to go to. And
anyway, I think we've been had. I know we've been had, but it's the first time since we've been in Vietnam where we got the short end of the deal.
I mean, it was still only $10 a person. So they took us all around the town, basically, and we went to Ho Chi Minh's,
where he grew up.
Yeah, but everything else was like shopping. Like they took us to these places where, of course, they want you to buy things.
Well, it started out very strong where they pulled in front of this awesome gate and
got a great picture.
We got a great picture. Took us to the Ho Chi Minh house where he grew up. So it started out very strong, and then it was like, okay, another part of the city.
I know.
Okay, another part of the city.
Oh well, it's okay.
That's all right.
We remained positive and paid the fee to enter the Imperial City, which is why we came to Hawaii in the first place. The Imperial City is also known as the Citadel, which is packed with palaces, temples, and other fascinating structures. Everywhere we travel, Eddie is always enamored with the history and architecture. We enjoyed strolling around this enormous complex, but it was hot. Despite the midday heat and the many miles we'd already walked, Eddie convinced me to continue walking to our pickup site so he could see all the things he had marked on his map. There's my husband doing what he does best, taking pictures of rocks. Eventually, we stopped to get some drinks and a snack. So you picked up some pastries and a salted coffee. Oh, look how cute this is. Little to-go cup, so I'm gonna try it. The coffees are so good. It's sweet Vietnamese coffee with condensed milk and a little salt. The coffee and pastries didn't quite satisfy us, so we found some real food before heading back to the resort. are checking out of the Vidana Resort, and if you guys have the opportunity to come here, it is so amazing. The overwater villas are perfect because you have the view of the water with the sunrise and the sunset, and the rooms are stunning. The bed is super comfortable and super huge. The breakfasts are amazing. There is a full spread of Vietnamese, American, British breakfast, like whatever you're looking for. They have so many options. The pool is an infinity pool. We went out there this morning and took some pictures, and we had the whole pool to ourselves. This is definitely the time of year to come. The resort is pretty much empty. We're here in October, so the weather has been great. We had a little bit of rain on day one here, but other than that, it's been perfect. They do have a shuttle that goes into the town. Not sure it's really worth it. We went to the Citadel. Honestly, we should have just spent our day here because the town isn't really anything different than you've seen in any other Vietnamese town that you've been in. In hindsight, we would have rather just spent our time enjoying this beautiful resort. And definitely the price is right. I think we paid $150 a night for an overwater villa. So for the price and the experience, it is a must do. Now we're on our way to the ancient town of Hoi An, but first we're making 2 stops. The first stop is to see the towering white statue of the Lady Buddha. This statue is so enormous that it can be seen from miles away. Surrounding the Lady Buddha are beautiful courtyards with colorful trees and numerous larger-than-life sculptures. We also enjoyed watching this pig conquer the curb and observing the antics of these cute little monkeys. The second stop is to check out these bamboo basket boats along the beach. Evidently, fishermen initially made these boats to avoid paying taxes to the French, claiming that the baskets were not actual boats. Now, these boats are a common sight along the shores of Vietnam. After getting checked in, we used this apparently safe elevator to get to our floor and move down the breezeway to our room. First things first, we have to check out our view, and man, it did not disappoint. What more appropriate view to have than rice fields in Vietnam? Once again, we have a nice huge bed like we had in the overwater villa, and we always think it's funny to have this big window looking into the bathroom. After getting settled in, we strolled down to the ancient town of Hoi An, which is another UNESCO World Heritage Site. Hoi An used to be the international trading center in southern Vietnam, where foreign merchant ships used to come from places like Japan, China, India, and the Netherlands. Now the town is a wonderful living museum because of many of the architectural monuments being preserved. We've already had a long day, so we are in search of some food and drink.
It's happy hour.
Happy hour!
Might as well get 2 for 1.
By the time we left happy hour, it was starting to get dark, which only accentuated the beauty of all the bright lights within the city and on the river. We strolled through the market and were immediately drawn to all the colorful and unique street food. As usual, we couldn't resist sampling a few of the more palatable items. Trying the grilled rice paper. It has tofu, green onion, beef, shrimp, quail egg, potato. Kind of like a taco. It's good. It doesn't really have much flavor. Let me try another bite. That has a better flavor in that one. This morning, we took a little bike ride and enjoyed the beautiful countryside and local animals. On our way into town, once again, we couldn't help but stop at multiple local food vendors to sample even more street food. This is called kamda. It's basically chicken and rice. There's like a papaya salad on the side, and I added some chili to it for a kick. Next up, a banh mi sandwich. We were told you have to get banh mi in Hoi An, even though we've already had it other places, but we did. It's good.
Doesn't disappoint.
Now to get something a little less savory.
A big ball of something.
Okay. Is it sweet or savory?
Like a rice cake.
We finally made our way into town and decided that we're going to hop on one of the mini riverboats. Yeah, it's a little touristy, but we had to do it. We ended our night by going to a rooftop bar to enjoy the view and some drinks before heading back to the resort. Today we are heading off to a cooking class and to ride in basket boats. But first to stop at the market to pick up all the supplies for our recipes. The market was super lively and full of a myriad of sights and smells. Some good and some not so good. We bought a variety of fresh vegetables, noodles, and various seafood to use in our recipes. Now that we've shopped at the market, we're heading to the basket boats before beginning our cooking class. Makes me sick just watching it. After a quick demonstration of how the fishermen use their nets to catch fish, we returned to shore to start our cooking class. To start, we made an appetizer. We mixed together rice starch and water to make a thin batter. Next, she demonstrated the correct way to cook the batter. Then it was our turn. No pressure at all, right? After showing Eddie my culinary skills, it was his turn to try.
On it, quickly, quickly. On it, the center. Move it. Now, look at that. What touch it?
Good job, babe.
Good job, good job. Here.
Flip.
Turn over. No, not roll. Only turn. Okay.
She then put us to work chopping all the veggies to make the filling. We also made a dipping sauce consisting of fish sauce, sugar, lime, water, and some spice and garlic. We put the veggies, along with the pork, into the skillet and cooked that until it was golden brown. After it was done cooking, we filled the rice paper, rolled it up, cut it into slices, and ate it with the sauce. It was absolutely amazing. Our next dish was pho, and the broth was so amazing. The instructor made it from scratch with grilled onion, ginger, cinnamon, and anise. There was even an apple in the broth, which gave it such a unique flavor. We then let it simmer while we cooked our other dishes. Next, we made a rice paper pancake. We cooked shrimp, pork, and bean sprouts, and then put a quail leg in the middle and let it simmer. We put it onto the rice paper, added lettuce and wasabi leaves, rolled it up, and then dipped it in sauce. Finally, the pho broth was ready. Fresh noodles, then sliced beef and some garnishes, and it was time to eat. The last thing we made was a mung bean dessert. We mixed rice with water and then ground it on a traditional stone grinder, and it just cranked out the milk. Talk about a workout. Then we poured that over the mung bean, and it was dang good. This was the best $35 per person ever spent. We ate amazing food and even made some new friends in the process. Later that night, we returned to town for one last activity. We attended a Vietnamese bamboo circus in this iconic bamboo dome-shaped theater. I would say it was similar to a Cirque du Soleil show in the US. We weren't allowed to record the show, but after the show, the cast came out for pictures. We finished our last night in Hoi An with yet another taste of street food. Grilled banana with sticky rice was the bomb. On our last morning in Hoi An, we headed off to the beach. Our one beach day, and it's nasty and rainy. It's warm still, so that's a plus, I guess. Since it was raining, we briefly strolled through the warm waters of the East Vietnam Sea and quickly found a beachfront restaurant where we enjoyed yet another great Vietnamese meal. On our way back to the resort, we were thrilled to come across some water buffalo. All right, we have to laugh. So we've been out riding in the rain. We came along some water buffalo, and Eddie was kind of chatting with the guy who owned them.
I thought he was just kind of signaling us to come go see the water buffalo.
Yeah.
And he let us ride them.
Yeah, he let us hop on. And so then we're like, okay, this will be worth like 100 dong, which is like $4. We'll get out 100 for him. So you try to give him the money.
Try giving him 100 dong. Or 100,000 dong, and then he goes, oh no, I don't want it.
Like,
I'm going, wow, that's very nice. But then he showed us like 500,000 dong, and I guess he wanted more money.
Yeah, he wanted more. So
he said I weighed too much, and I about broke his knee trying to get up on the water buffalo. So I guess he'll pay for his insurance.
Oh well, it was like $8 US a person to sit on the water buffalo, ride it around a little bit. It was worth it. For our final meal in Vietnam, we headed back into town and found a local food market. No better way to end our 2-week trip in Vietnam than enjoying a big bowl of pho. Alright, we're heading home. We're flying to Korea tonight in an overnight flight. Hoping to catch a military flight out of Osan Air Base on Thursday. We arrived in Vietnam with this, and we're leaving with this. We picked up a few things on our trip, so had to get a couple of extra suitcases, but it will be well worth it. This is what happens when you overstay your visa. You have to follow the man in green to the interrogation room. Nothing that some cash won't solve. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to follow all of our adventures.